Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte says she wants to make military service mandatory for all Filipinos once they turn 18, if she wins the vice presidency. Sara says this in a virtual caravan Wednesday, January 19, after she was asked how she intends to use her office to spring young people into action.
Hindi po ROTC lang na isang subject o isang weekend o isang buwan sa isang taon. Dapat po lahat ng ating 18 years old, kapag pagtungtong mo ng 18 years old, you will be given a subsidy, you will be asked to serve our country doon sa ating armed forces of the Philippines.
Reserve Officers Training Corps or ROTC is a voluntary college program designed to produce military reservists. Sara's father, President Rodrigo Dutertes, made a bid to make ROTC mandatory for all college students early in his presidency, but this plan fizzled out. The ROTC was abolished after a University of Santo Tomas student was murdered for exposing alleged corruption in the school's military training program. The program then became voluntary in 2002. In a tweet, Vice Presidential aspirant Walden Bello slammed Sara's proposal, saying public service, disaster preparedness, and social welfare do not need military service. Vice Presidential Bet and Senator Kiko Pangilinan also opposes Sara's suggestion. Pangilinan says mandatory military training was abolished because it became a source of rampant corruption and abuses in the past. Sagip Representative Rodante Marcoleta, one of the key figures who pushed for the non-renewal of ABS-CBN's franchise, is Bongbong Marcos and Sara Duterte's top pick for senator in the 2022 elections. Aside from Marcoleta, the Marcos-Duterte tandem on Thursday, January 20, names the following as part of its Senate slate: suspended lawyer Larry Gadon, Senator Juan Miguel Migs Zubiri, former Public Works Secretary Mark Villar, former Senator Loren Legarda, former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque, former Senator Jinggoy Estrada, former Defense Secretary Gilbert Teodoro, Senator Sherwin Gatchalian, and former Quezon City Mayor Herbert Bautista. The Marcos-Duterte Uni team says Marcoleta is widely known for slashing the budget of the Commission on Human Rights to 1,000 pesos in 2017. Marcoleta also pushed to deny ABS-CBN its franchise, a feat the lawmaker is particularly proud of.
Need more context, clarity, and perspective? Get the full picture with Rappler Plus. With exclusive content and events, you'll get an opportunity to discuss issues with reporters, experts, and featured guests while helping Rappler continue its fearless journalism. Join now.
Two Camarines Sur town mayors debunked the claim made by the camp of Ferdinand Marcos Jr. that they are supporting his 2022 presidential candidacy. In separate phone interviews with Rappler, Pamplona Mayor Ronaldo Boy Franco and Milaor Mayor Anthony Reyes say they remain supporters of their fellow Bicolano Vice President Leni Robredo. The Marcos camp earlier issued a press statement saying 11 mayors from Robredo's home province, Camarines Sur, support the son of the late dictator. The statement quotes League of Municipalities of the Philippines President Chavit Singson, who said 11 mayors committed their full support to Marcos. Franco and Reyes say they were at the meeting, but this does not mean they support Marcos. Franco and Reyes say they agreed to attend Monday's meeting out of respect for Singson. Hours after the Marcos PR was released, Reyes posts a Facebook photo with a statement, "Leni is my president." Franco, meanwhile, says he did not participate in the group picture taking at the end of the gathering because this could be misconstrued as support for Marcos. Narding Floro, an 80-year-old man arrested for allegedly stealing 10 kilos of mangoes in Pangasinan, is walking free at least for now. He was under the custody of the police for almost a week. Floro was arrested on January 13 for allegedly stealing 10 kilos of mangoes from someone else's land. But he claimed, and the police agreed, he was just picking mangoes from a tree planted by his family. Floro says he volunteered to pay for the mangoes, but the complainant said the old man should pay the 6,000 peso bail instead. Policemen themselves raised 6,000 pesos in bail money for Floro, who made headlines, went viral, and drew sympathy online. Without naming any politician, Senator Panfilo Lacson calls it a tale of two thieves. Lacson points out, Floro's arrest came as government official X keeps stealing millions in public funds and is free traveling with police escorts. Filipinos online also point out how Floro was detained, while VIPs, such as Imelda Marcos, managed to evade detention even when already convicted. Thousands of people in Hong Kong volunteer to adopt unwanted hamsters after a mass cull order from the government. Last Tuesday, January 18, authorities ordered 2,000 hamsters from dozens of pet shops and storage facilities be culled. A coronavirus outbreak was traced to a worker in the Little Boss pet shop, where 11 hamsters subsequently tested positive for COVID-19. Soon after, health workers in hazmat suits were seen walking out of pet shops around the city carrying red plastic bags into their vans. Some 150 of the pet shop's customers were sent into quarantine. Public broadcaster RTHK reports, some hamster owners were seen handing over their animals at a government facility, while groups swiftly formed on social media to identify new owners for unwanted pet rodents. Scientists around the world and Hong Kong health and veterinary authorities earlier said there was no evidence that animals play a major role in human contagion with the coronavirus. But Hong Kong Health Secretary Sophia Chan said she could not rule out any transmission possibilities, and therefore the government could not take any chances.